On January the 1st of 1863, President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. But it wasn't until February of 1865 that freedom actually came to the people living in Charleston when the black Union soldiers arrived and occupied the city. About a month later, on March the 21st, 1865, the community decided to hold this huge parade to celebrate their freedom. On January 1st, 1866, they decided to hold another big parade, and every year since then, Charleston has held a large public celebration of Emancipation Day on the first day of January. Here is a portion of a speech that I presented about that very first Emancipation Day Parade.
I came across this cool story that gives us a glimpse into these early Charleston entrepreneurs. And it also shows their pride in themselves and in their skills. It was a story from a March 1865 paper, and it described the first Emancipation Day celebration in Charleston. It says that it was about a month after the Confederate soldiers had abandoned Charleston, along with most of Charleston's white residents, and over 4,000 members of the free black and formerly enslaved community assembled for this grand march to celebrate their recent emancipation. And it says the parade was 2.5 miles long. They had bands and black Union soldiers and unions and leaders of the colored congregations, 1,800 school children and schoolboys carrying a sign, "We know no masters but ourselves." But what was really cool was the procession of the skills. First, there were the butchers. Now, you all may not think a butcher is a skill, but how to cut up a cow and a pig and all that took some skill. So the butchers, and they all came in the marching with their knives and a banner representing their craft. Then there were the tailors, the people who made the clothes with their scissors, and they were followed by the coopers. There were the people who were skilled in making containers for shipping products and tools. Then the carpenters, the wheelwrights, the blacksmith, the painters, the barbers, the masons, and on and on and on, all bearing some implement of their calling. And I like the way the parade ended with the hearse bearing the inscription, "Slavery is dead." Now, did that story line up with anything you were taught? When I saw this great pride in their skills and people of similar skills marching together to celebrate their anticipated future success, each group had their own section in the parade with a banner and instruments representing their calling. This was slavery time, but today, would we have enough business owners in a category to even make a parade? And what about those 1,800 school children? It was illegal in South Carolina for over 30 years at that time for free blacks to maintain schools. Yet Charleston's free blacks continued to educate both the free and through the church, the enslaved. And within a month after the parade, they had a mass meeting and already had their first election of black town officers. They understood that thing that seems to elude us, that education, voting, and economics all go hand in hand.